everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We've got 47 wins. Last I checked, that means we're going for 48 right here on an Isaac run with no curse. HKA7 S8 X2. I don't know why my brain broke when trying to read those letters. Last run was just, you know, it's not 1 in a million. Those are staggeringly crazy odds. But it was like, you know, probably your best kind of like 2% sort of runs. 1 in 50, 1 in 25, somewhere along those lines. Probably should not have picked up this Spirit Heart right away. That's a little bit of a sloppy play, but the only way to ensure that it doesn't actually count as a sloppy play and count against us at that is that, you know, just don't get hit. Probably a little bit of a sketchy dodge there as well. But, you know, it's an Isaac run, so at least, you know, relative to the random and the Eden runs, we can breathe at least a small sigh of relief. That doesn't mean it's an easy win, but statistically speaking, it should probably be an easier win than with the other characters. At least, you know, it's got more consistency associated with it, and that sucks. We can insulate ourselves against negativity with the D6, so there is that going for us, which is great. We should pick up Anarchist Cookbook, and as far as I'm concerned, this is an obvious reroll. And Stigmata is an obvious take, you know. Any damage up, any health up on the first floor is going to help us out. Combine the two, and it's a no-brainer. And, you know, we have that extra battery there as well in case we get something truly heinous from our boss. If we get a range upgrade, we probably reroll it. If we get a speed upgrade, we might reroll it, although I'm kind of a fan of speed upgrades, but certainly they do pale in comparison to the wonder and spectacle of, you know, your torn photos and your magic mushrooms and your pentagrams and your halos and your etc. etceteras. But this is still a really, really good situation to be in. So we got one bomb. Do I use one bomb to trade for a key when we've got a golden key on this floor? Yes, because we want to make sure that we, for sure, can get to an item room on the next floor. You know, with the D6, that only makes item rooms even more valuable than they already are, which is extremely valuable. Also, we might not, like, I'm not going to risk losing out on the key to pick up this penny, or to try to blow up the rock in such a way that we get to the penny, but we should be able to get the pot out of it as well, at the very least. Well, the pot contained nothing, but that's just life in a nutshell for you, I guess. Sometimes you got a pot that's full of money, sometimes you got a pot that's full of nothing. I mean, it's an allegorical pot, you know, it's a microcosmic pot. It's not a realistic pot. Rarely are you going to find a literal pot that contains literal money. If so, you know, what are you playing, The Legend of Zelda or something like that? Whoa, was this guy playing The Legend of Zelda or something like that? I don't know why it sounded... that was my Raphael Ninja Turtle voice. It just seemed like that would be a line that he would say. We actually picked up 2 keys for the one bomb, which was double what I expected and, you know, double what would have made it a doable trade, so I'm happy about that. A little disappointing there. And losing red hearts doesn't matter to me at this point, but losing the Spirit Heart is a little bit of a heartbreaker. Especially considering it was super preventable and I could have just waited to get the Spirit Heart until the end of the floor, that is. But, oh well, so be it. These guys will, like, this one, like, the Gray Champion doesn't explode, I think. And even if he did, he's so mobile, it's going to be hard for us to get into a good position there. I would just say that we're probably not going to be able to get that chest. Bums me out a little bit. We'll see what we get from the Widow. I mean, it's possible if we get the box, which I would totally take. It's like a nice little starter kit if we got the cardboard box. Everybody likes a trinket right off the bat. You never know what you're going to get in that tarot card. A few extra consumables. It sets you up nicely for the future. This is actually a pretty tricky version of the Widow here, but we're now done. We'll just take out these guys. If we get hit once in the process, it bums me out a little bit, but it's not too bad. And our item is a luck upgrade, effectively. So I'm going to go with that and just be on our merry way. I think HP-wise, we're fine. We don't need to go back and pick up that other consumable red heart, but I did play poorly on this floor, and we could throw. It is not unthrowable. Obviously, the easiest way to throw here is just to get hit before we can pick up a Spirit Heart or before we get through to our deal with the devil. Tech point 5 is so good. Doesn't quite set us up for life, but the extra damage that it gives us right out the bat is going to be so nice, and it synergizes so well with a variety of different items. I love this item. There's basically nothing negative I can say. And honestly, there's a lot of positive things I want to say about it right now, because it is actually going to be able to do some piercing damage, which is not going to make it easy to beat Fistula without getting hit, but it is going to make it way, way, way more likely. Fistula is almost certainly the hardest boss that we could fight on this floor. There was a thread on the subreddit recently. Oh, I thought that was going to kill it. And I'm very thankful to get a deal with the devil here. We'll take Matchbook and just be happy for the black heart. And we'll take the shovel, use it once, and then reroll it. Because we have the HP that makes this conceivable to do and not be mad about it. And we already have precedent. We're probably not going to be able to go back in, so let's just take Ghost Baby and be happy that we at least got the possibility to get the precedent. There was a thread on the subreddit recently that was like, which boss do you dread? And the #1 response was first floor Gurglings. Completely understand that. #2 response was like Carrion Queen. Oh, I completely understand that. I oftentimes forget about how annoying Carrion Queen is because it doesn't show up that often, thankfully. But then you get into some bosses that were like, oh, I don't really like the Bloat. I don't really like the Haunt. I understand those as well. But I think you gotta give some respect to first floor Fistula. First or second floor, for that matter. The principal problem is the consequence of getting hit might mean you lose your deal with the devil. And also, if you're starting as a character that has low HP, it does 1 contact damage. 1 contact damage right off the bat is crazy strong. So you could actually, on a Judas run, fairly easily find yourself literally dead in-game. So I think that's why I've got to give some respect to Fistula there. We are probably going to lose our Spirit Hearts. Now, I'm an idiot, and I should have taken the battery before I went in here. So we're going to lose our black heart, basically, in the process of this. But to be able to reroll Guppy's head into another deal with the devil item is well worth it, and that gives us 9 lives. So now we're 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, and we have 9 lives. We've given up a lot of HP to do it, or some HP to do it, but I think it's still well worth it. We're going to be looking for our 5th sense, because if we were able to buy a bomb, that would help us out a great deal. No? It's okay. Maybe here? I want to buy the bomb so that we can access the Tinted Rock, and if it's a golden chest, that's, win-win as far as I'm concerned. Wow, disappointing. Okay, well, that's fine. We still are in a very strange place on HP, and that's not going to change anytime soon. In all likelihood, at least. But we're in a great position otherwise. 2 Guppy items, deal with the devil precedent, 9 lives, and, we can be pretty willy-nilly with the deaths here. As long as we don't completely fuck up our deal with the devil precedent. Plus, Tech Point 5. Really? Like, you're just being an ass about it at this point. Super Envy showing up on a room that's full of freaking rocks, and every time you hit him, he changes direction. It's like, could you make a Super Envy room more annoying than this? He can fly over the rocks, but I can't shoot over top of them. It's like the thought, Super Envy's not annoying enough. What would make him more trollish? Oh, I know. Let's make it impossible to freaking hit him. And we'll add these rocks for dodging, but oh wait, you don't actually get any benefit out of it because you can't dodge over the rocks because he can go over the rocks. And oh wait, everyone has already spent 20 minutes trying to beat this freaking room, so they're at their wits' end. Oh, and by the way, if you get hit, it ruins your deal with the devil precedent. Plus, you're fighting Fistula next to Carrion Queen, inside of Carrion Queen. And here's 2 troll bombs for your trouble. You did a really good job. Now go fuck yourself. Okay. Magnet. I've just started saying scientific objects. Magnet. Microscope. Of course, Teratoma is also 1 contact damage. Light electron. Hadron Kaleidoscope. It's a real thing. They haven't invented it yet, but they're gonna. One day. I'm not scared. Like, that death is not bad. It's not good, but it's not necessarily bad just because it's not good. We're probably in a position where we squandered our deal with the devil. That's okay. We wouldn't expect to have a great chance at 1 on this floor anyway, and this will give us a better chance of getting 1 on the next floor. Bloody Lust is good. I don't know if Bloody Lust synergizes that well with... oh man, we're not gonna have a reroll. That was a dumb decision to come in here before doing 1 more room, but I don't know if Bloody Lust synergizes with 9 lives. Like, we've taken damage on this floor, but if we took damage again, would we get damage, or every time we respawn, would it reset to, like, the bonus from Bloody Lust being 0? Kind of a confusing way of describing that, but I think you know what I mean. Like, do you have to live to be able to collect on the damage bonus, or if you die, does it just reset you to, default as if it weren't even there because it's a new life or something like that? I'm very happy I didn't get hit there. Again, this run is good offensive potential, and that is going to help out even further there, so this is awesome. But I am, I'm nervous about our lack of HP, but it's not an enormous issue just yet, and You know, we got like a nice little demonic Juno thing going on here. This run, if I was to name it deliberately, Diablo Cody's a great name. We look like Michael Cera from Juno, and we have horns. It's just, it's fitting, isn't it? So we took Bloody Lust, so we don't really have much to do with our reroll right now. If we find a curse room, I'd like to pick up like a half red heart and then go into it. Please, thank you. Thank you. We should be able to find the secret room. What's our speed stat like? Excuse me, please. Please. Speed is okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We come down here. I can't believe it fucking worked. If we were off by like a second, we would have been screwed. Well, not even a second, like a quarter second, we would have been screwed there. But good play. We didn't have any bombs, so I'm thankful that that worked out as nicely as it did. And now we can definitely easily come into this room. And I think we will take Hive Mind. We got a pretty good chance of becoming Guppy at least. So Hive Mind will really benefit us at that point if we do become Guppy. And if we don't become Guppy, well, then maybe we get some spider items. You never know, right? The other option there would have been to not take Hive Mind and then re-roll it. Or we could have taken it and then re-rolled it, but it makes more sense to save our money, I think. Not take it, re-roll it into something else. Maybe it's better. It doesn't really matter, I think, all that much. But I think Hive Mind is one of those items where if you don't take it, you're always like, shit, I should have taken Hive Mind. You find yourself becoming Guppy and being like, I wish my flies did more damage. But, you know, that's pretty selfish. If you were Guppy, you'd probably be expecting a win on that anyway. So, you know, save some of the good items for the rest of us. I want to do this room. Let's try not to lose 2 lives. You know, it's getting a little cost prohibitive for probably getting like a key, but I want to exact a little bit of revenge here, and I think we should be able to do so easily. Again, losing 2 lives on this floor doesn't really bother me, but we will need some HP soon, or, you know, we're going to start losing more lives than is practical. So we're going to be at 6 cents. We're going to be a little slow for boss rush as well. That's not a problem. Survival's really our principal and perhaps even only concern at this point. And I'm going back and forth. Do we buy the Spirit Heart on this floor, or do we ignore the Spirit Heart on this floor? Do we buy the Spirit Heart, or do we ignore the Spirit Heart? I was hoping maybe one of these rooms would contain a Tinted Rock, make my decision a little easier. I mean, I don't really care about an arcade so much, but I would love to get a deal with the devil, and I'd love to stop the bleeding with respect to our, you know, few remaining lives. Well, yeah, a decent number of remaining lives, but it can get low pretty quickly. Let's buy the Spirit Heart. And let's still give ourselves a chance at an arcade. Let's pop this guy open. And that gave us exactly as much money as it paid for itself, basically, and then some. Let's also look for a second secret room. I hate this because there's way too many possibilities for it. This is one of them. Okay. It's actually not that bad. There's not that many locations. I would expect it to hopefully be right down here. I really want an Eternal Heart, but I'll take many different things. That being a Guppy item would have been nice, but hey, Hive Mind, you know? 2 bombs for 3 flies. A little cost prohibitive, but we can live with it. I'm min-maxing, but it's not because I'm scared, necessarily. It's just because I want to be diligent, and I can't be the guy that loses this on an Isaac run, man. I can't lose the streak on an Isaac run. You heard Cobalt. Cobalt's like, if I never played as anybody but Isaac, I would never lose. Now, I've accidentally phrased it in a way that makes him sound like kind of a cocky asshole, which he's not. He's a nice dude. But I don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, I agree, and then I lose the streak, you know? I gotta put my money where my brain is to a certain extent. Cobalt also the guy right now who is rocking like a 130-something win Eden streak. So we still got a long way to go before I can pat myself on the back like crazy, but still very, very proud of where we've ended up here. We do have an arcade, so this is what I was hoping for on the off chance, well, maybe not such an off chance, but on the chance that we end up losing our life here, maybe we can still get a deal with the devil by blowing up a judgment. There is no judgment to blow up, but we can blow these guys up, maybe get more plays in the blood bank, and actually a lot of money out of that, which makes our shop valuable. This blood bank damage does not count as red heart damage, so I don't feel too bad about this. We'll blow it up, and that gave us another Spirit Heart. So it was kind of contentious in my mind whether or not we should blow it up, but I'm glad we did. Because that extra Spirit Heart will insulate us and give us a pretty good chance at getting a deal with the devil. Not a guarantee, but a good shot for sure. And we played the blood bank a couple of times, so we got a small damage bonus. It is worth noting with Bloody Lust, you know, you might want to take IV bag, but we don't have the HP necessary to swing that. Maybe we'll have arcades later in the game where that's more of a pressing issue for us, but for right now, I don't think it's as big of a concern as, like, just literal surviving. So, pretty lucky to not take damage there. One bomb, let's try it out. I found pills is not meaningful, and neither was what we got in the hall there. It's okay. God, I was going to say, this has got to be our boss room coming up here. More keys, and most importantly, a reroll that gets us ready for a Gertie fight that shouldn't be too bad. Especially if we're able to stand on the side here, we can take out all the orbitals at the same time. Okay, not orbitals, sorry, all the nubs. Over halfway through the fight, really banking on a deal with the devil here. I don't care if it's Krampus. I just want the deal. I want the opportunity to reroll into a great item. No deal. That's alright, we got HP. The HP, by taking that, we have entered into a contract with this life. This is going to be our life. This is the one that we're going to protect. This is the one we're going to roll with. Unless we end up getting Judas the Shadow or something like that, which I would be extremely pleased by. But then Judas the Shadow's a little tricky here because we have to kill ourselves like 6 times in advance. Not to say it's the wrong move, but it's just a little touch and go there. Bomb? Yeah, that's lovely. We do want to open a golden chest. Ability to fly out of this, like Fate, would be amazing. Also, it's still pretty good. We made 6 cents basically for nothing. Starter deck, easy pickup. After picking up Starter Deck and getting Temperance, which is lovely, we will also get Mom's Coin Purse for 4 more cards, and one of them is the Joker, which is what I was looking for. So let's use that right away. We got 2 options here and a red chest. Red chest gives us nothing. Gimpy has something, there's something to be said about it, but I don't think Gimpy's the right payout. I think we reroll and we get Death's Touch. There's no reason not to get Necronomicon Death's Touch, so we will do that. And that's good for us. Then we got the stars, we got the Empress, we got the Fool. So there's no need to keep the Fool and the stars, so we'll just take the stars. We'll take this for some extra survivability. And all of a sudden, our damage gets even better. This helps out a lot with that as well, and we're good to go. Again, boss rush still a pipe dream. Didn't even see a berry flash in those high beams. No helicopter looking for the murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp, which is just a gross misuse of company funds unless there's some kind of, you know, corporate event or something happening, but that's okay. He's Ice Cube, you know, he can write the song. We're Guppy. So now we can pretty much, I don't want to say put a cork in this run, but we have Hive Mind, Death's Touch, Guppy. And one of our Guppy items is 9 lives, so even though our health is very shitty right now, it really doesn't matter because we have 9 lives along with it, and we're going to be doing enough damage. So, I mean, this is not maybe, as of right now, the most, I guess, incredibly tense run. It's not the most difficult run, probably, but it is, it's very satisfying to me that this has worked out. And, you know, it just, I'm not trying to toot my own horn at all here, but remember this, because there are going to be people, they're going to tell you, oh, why'd you take 9 lives in that situation? You know, you missed out on so much HP because you took 9 lives. Nah, dog. You missed out on an early Guppy dream. Even if we get the dream at some point, you missed out on the early Guppy dream. Set it up working out. We're on 17 minutes on Depths 2. Sorry, Caves 2. So, I mean, the Stars card, I'm not even concerned about using this for Boss Rush because that's just not going to happen. And if this is, you know, the clumped up randomness where Guppy is going to start showing up all the time, sock it to me. I am ready. We've gotten through the fire and the flames temporarily here. I'm just gonna use the Stars card right away. Get space for something else. We got Mutant Spider again. RN Jesus is very kind today. Mutant Spider, of course, drastically lowers our rate of fire, but now we're shooting foresights out of our head. It might actually lower our fly damage as well, but I guess the theory is that it would raise the amount of flies we summon just by having kind of a wider swath of what we actually hit. Whether or not it's true is irrelevant, because it helps. One way or the other. We don't need to figure out, we don't need to diagnose it, it's just gonna work. I'm still gonna hold Temperance, because on the relatively unlikely chance, but still possible chance that we get decent HP, we can use the Temperance card. And actually, at this point, picking up an IV bag wouldn't be so bad. You know, at that point, I should say, if we actually managed to get the HP. Per throw is good. We got a lot of reroll opportunities on this floor, and with the ability to fly. I noticed my voice has just become like more calm immediately. I'm like, you know, I can take a little sigh of relief. Fool card is not good. Suicide King card is kind of funny, so let's do it. We got an item out of it. We got some spiders out of it. So we got a per throw and an AWAS. Let's use AWAS up here. It's not a crawl space, so be careful. Fool card, don't care. Per throw. Our item. Money equals power. Ooh, baby. That's actually pretty good. We got a death card I'm just going to use. Okay, so money equals power is a huge help for us. Start blowing up more of these as long as we have the bombs anyway. Not good damage. Hermit, Magician. I mean, per throw... Hermit, I guess, is like our best call. Again, we don't really need the teleportation, but, you know, we can do something with it. We got store credit. Let's buy one of these items. Champion belt. Hey, it's pretty good, actually. And broken watch, which is... I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just not necessarily, you know, what I'd be looking for. I do find it kind of annoying, but champion belt is great. So we spent a lot of money, which means we lost a lot of damage, but... my assumption is that we'll be able to make this work for us later. I know we have Temperance. That could give us some money. I'm not sweating it too much. I mean, do you see this? I only shot twice, and the enemies died. I don't even know what I did in the process here. That ended up working itself out. More money, please. Well, got a Dagaz rune. I like that. Hermit card. We'll just use it, like, immediately on the next floor. Again, if we have, like, a D6 ready, it makes sense to use it right away. I think, at least. You know what would be another cool item? Is like money equals power, but for tiers instead of damage. And those items, I mean, they would do similar things. They'd really help out your DPS based on your money. But imagine if you got both of them at the same time. Imagine having, you know, base damage plus some damage bonuses plus the maximum bonus for money equals power, and you're firing at the rate of soy milk. Like, that's... something I would be interested in, let's put it that way. Let's pick this up and then do a double reroll. I don't even want to use it once, to be honest with you. And this is a little bit better, I think, although maybe this is a good time to use our per throw rune, and I think that actually worked out fantastically for us as well. Alright, so that worked out very, very well. We do have battery charges that we can go back and pick up, but I'm not that interested, honestly. We don't need rerolls at this point. This run is set in stone for us, and there's a battery right there. See, sometimes you gotta have that flippant attitude, and then the game is like, okay. We're working the game over a little bit right here. So we do get to deal with the devil. Might as well take the HP. And... yeah, okay, we'll take Dark Bum for sure. And we'll take Goat Head. And we'll reroll Headless Baby into Brother Bod, which is not that good, but it's okay. And then we'll let Dark Bum do this. So this is, like... I don't want to be too cocky, but this is unlosable. Guppy, crazy damage, and Hive Mind, and Dark Bum. It's just not, like, conceivable that we lose this. I actually don't want to pick up the Maggie's Faith. And the reason I don't want to pick up Maggie's Faith is because I think that I would rather just wait until Dark Bum gives us the number of Spirit Hearts that take us to the HP cap, so we have some permanent Polaroid invincibility going on. I don't know, man. I think we actually reroll Inner Eye, triple shot, because we have quad shot. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I would rather have quad shot than, or I'd rather have triple shot than quad shot, I think. Now that I think about it, that's ridiculous. But we took it anyway. Because, wait, now that I think about it, triple shot and quad shot have the same tiers penalty, but triple shot doesn't do more damage. So, like, we lose out by not having quad shot, but it all seems to be intellectual anyway, because we still are shooting 4 tiers, if my brain parsing is correct here. So we're only at 22 minutes. We actually did almost make boss rush happen, but despite not making boss rush happen, it doesn't really matter. Let's try rerolling that. That was a great pickup. Ended up making a little bit of HP there and heading down to the next floor immediately. This is going to be yet another fairly quick run, which I'm excited about, and allows us to get the lead out and get on that random run quickly. And the random run, as always, scares the shit out of me a little bit. Random's not always kind. You know what? Let's take... We've already got this run. There's no need to twist the knife. Let's take Pandora's box up to the cathedral and try to get something interesting out of it. At this point, there's no risk associated with it, so let's do the risky play. The only reason this run will lose is if I choose to reroll the whole thing. Which, if we get a reroll room, might be doable, but for now, we can't rely on it happening. That was exceptionally satisfying. Is there still a little bit left? Still floating around? Nope. Our range was enough to get that done. Well, that's alright. We can get in here for free regardless, but... bombs, please. Bomb, please. No bomb. Emperor. Good. Tower. I mean, decent to use right here, I guess. And we got another Spirit Heart out of it, effectively. I guess we might as well take the Magician with us. Yeah, we're getting to that HP cap pretty quickly, and the permanent Polaroid invincibility is going to help us out a lot there. Lots of batteries here. They're trying to tempt me back to the D6, but I am not interested. Well, I'm interested. That would be a lie. Money equals power means I'm going to be picking up these pennies, even though it's a little silly to be, you know, so concerned about single pennies at this point when we already have a pretty much unlosable run, but... we're gonna do it regardless. You know, it's like that expression. If you take care of the pennies, the pounds take care of themselves. An expression that makes literally no sense. Buy expensive things, but make sure that you get the no-name brand of potato chips to save 30 cents on every grocery trip. That's just terrible financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I have to imagine that that's just god-awful advice. How about take care of the pennies and the pounds, and the pennies and pounds will take care of... they won't take care of themselves, you'll take care of them. I hate to break up the, like, sweet organization that we had on our tiers there, but that's okay. Alright, we definitely don't want that. We want lump of coal. We get lump of coal. We'll head down to the next floor. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the Emperor. No, I'm so lazy. I think I'm going to use the Emperor right away. I'm looking for a gift from my aunt. What sort of person is she, your aunt? I don't know why my voice just sounded a little bit like that. Mitchell and Webb sketch. Are we gonna do it? We're gonna see what it is, and then we're gonna do it. Unless it's a 5. Like, a 5 is just meaningless here. Yeah, we can afford to take that. Alright, what do you got for me? Either way, if they made me reroll my run here, I guess we would do it because we're Guppy. I would rather have good cards than more hearts, because we're gonna be at the HP cap for some time, I think. Guppy's collar. I thought we already had... no, we rerolled it again? Or I thought we picked it up. I don't know. It beats me. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I would be content to... you know what, Bob's Brain? Fine. You want to be here? You can be here. I would be content to reroll the run because they can't take Guppy away from me. Now, our run would probably be worse after the reroll than prior to it. I'm sorry, Pandora's box. I really am. But Tammy's head in this situation is so much fun. I can't say no. What if, can we, like, use Pandora's box? What is it? It doesn't kill us, right? That would be funny. It gives us the Bible. Okay, so it's a guaranteed Bible payout. Like, this is it, right? I can't say no to Tammy's head when it... Tammy's head plus Death's Touch is, like, my kryptonite when it comes to keeping a run together. Wheel of Fortune is probably better. I recognize the interest in the world card, but, you know, it should be fine. Thank you. Just waiting on that one. Let's see what we get here. Justice, I mean, a little bit more money, maybe a better chance at a Spirit Heart without having to wait 20 minutes for Dark Bum to pick it up, no offense. Probably pay out right now, yep. Yeah, I really love this, and if we can get some cool synergies to go along with it, that's even better, isn't it? Oh, that's so good. I'm using that so I can take Wheel of Fortune with me, but that is a huge damage bonus for us, and I never thought that we'd actually be able to use this as effectively as looks like we probably will be able to use it, actually. Money equals power, that is, after I spent so much money on that one floor. Another nickel in there, 0.2 damage. It's almost as much as a meat upgrade. I can't, in good conscience, say no to that. And this is our exit here. I'm glad we did not use the Emperor card, because now we can use the Emperor card here, get down to the next floor, pick up 5 items because of this Wheel of Fortune, and be on our merry way. Curse of the Unknown is relatively meaningless here, is my polite assessment of it. Let's make sure we use Bob's Brain. Oh, I think we botched Tammy's head a little bit, but not enough to make me perturbed by the outcome of this run. Let's head down to the next floor, and no world card remaining. A single tear rolls down my face as I realize I have to do this entire floor to figure out where I'm going, but that's okay. Shielded Tears is fantastic here. Everything else, except for Little Steam, which I'll take. Apart from this, I'm just going to wait for maybe a Perthrow rune to show up. Oh, I forgot. Shielded Tears fucks with our hitbox, man, on the Death's Touch. It's so annoying. I wish it just didn't override it. It's still great. Like, I just would have rather not taken it, but gotten the effects of it. I don't really care about the shape of the tier. I dislike that it makes the tier smaller. So, I mean, as Tammy's Head, especially on big rooms, it's going to make it a little harder to hit enemies. The thing that makes Death Touch Tammy's Head so good is the huge hitbox and the enormous damage, of course, associated with it as well. That's alright, though. Mom's Contact is going to be, you know, it eases the pain. And Broken Stopwatch, I guess, occasionally will do the same. Not that it matters for us either way. Statistically, there's probably been rooms with fast enemies that I haven't even noticed just because we've killed them so quickly. I mean, sometimes we kill these enemies before they even know they're dead. It's a wild life, man. Still waiting on that Perthrow rune, which I'm getting very concerned may never show up. Not really looking for anything but the boss room. Apart from that, we're pretty much good to go here. Why not take Stompy? This will probably not be a satisfying answer for everybody, but I'm pretty sure that most people out there know why I'm not taking Stompy. There's no words on it, you know. No, there's no freaking rocks on the chest, man. We got nothing to stomp. We could stomp on red poops instead of shooting them, but something in my animalian brain tells me that is probably not the right way to handle those enemies. Power card. Pretty bad. For us right now, at least. How about this one? 2 of diamonds. There we go. Big fan is okay. On a lesser offensive run, the defense from this would be very worthwhile. On our current run, it doesn't really make a big difference. And there's our boss room. We're going to be out of this one with bells on and getting ready for what is the last random prior to 50. Which doesn't mean that if we win that run, we're going to be guaranteed to get 50. But it does mean that we got a good chance. So for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, I'm going to be going for win 49. That is like, well, it's 7 times 7, isn't it? I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. It's like 24 and a half days of wins. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time for hopefully the continuation of the streak. See you then.